Anyways, Julian, you want to take us to UFC this week?
All right. The fight of the year, the Super Bowl of the UFC is going on this weekend. We got Justin Gaethje versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. I can never say this motherfucker's name. Nurmagomedov.
Try again.
Nurmagomedov. It is literally, I'm so hyped. It's going to be such a style clash. You have Khabib, which is probably the greatest wrestler to ever be in the UFC, especially MMA wrestler. You have Justin Gaethje, who is an insane striker and is also a very good wrestler and really good at takedowns. The only difference is where he lacks in his game, because Justin Gaethje was a Division I wrestler and was All-American. But the only thing is,
he went to
Northern Colorado. I literally was just reading this today. I knew he was a collegiate wrestler. I just didn't know exactly where. But the thing is, you have Khabib. This guy, he's from, apparently the wrestling in Dagestan is completely different, which is why obviously this man's so great at wrestling, because apparently it's like the closest thing to like MMA wrestling is what they do over there. And the guy, he's a monster. And I think what hurts Gaethje hasn't really fought a true wrestler. I mean, the thing is with Gaethje, his takedown defense is so good. So when people go after him, he's super like explosive and fast twitch, and he stops them immediately, but then they don't go after it again. The thing with Khabib, he's going to keep on going after him. This is what he does. It's his bread and butter. He's going to do it. And I think what's going to hurt Justin Gaethje, because he's actually talked about how one of the reasons why he doesn't wrestle as much anymore in the MMA level is because the way he wrestles, he's too explosive and too fast that he gets gassed out quick. So that's why over time he's kind of switched to more of a striker role, which honestly, dude, that guy is so explosive. I don't know if you guys watched the Ferguson fight with him and Gaethje. Gaethje and Ferguson. That man's left hook. That guy's left hook is so quick, is so fast. His striking is just so good. Ferguson got his ass whooped. And I think it's going to be a real style clash, because you have Khabib, like I said, great wrestler, just a Gaethje, great takedown defense. But the thing is where Gaethje lacks in is when Gaethje, and this is kind of has to do with the American wrestling, which, you know, me and you, JoJo, we wrestled in high school, that number one thing is do not be on your back. Do not be on your back. And after wrestling for 20 years, though, MMA wrestling, that is a bad thing. You want to be on your back. You do not want to, because all it takes is for somebody to, like some guy who knows jiu-jitsu really well, like Khabib does, put him in a wrist lock, you put him in a rear naked choke. You got to be comfortable on your back. And I think Gaethje is not comfortable on his back. I think naturally he wants to flip over, and Khabib he's just going to exploit that. And I want Gaethje to win. I like him a lot. I think he's a super entertaining fighter. I think Khabib's going to win. The only way Gaethje wins this if somehow he can keep Khabib up and make him strike. But the thing is, Khabib's just not going to do that. And Gaethje's never fought somebody who's a chain wrestler, which just keeps on going after it. And I think
So say with Khabib, does he go for takedowns, or does he like to tie up and then make his move from there?
Both. He'll go for a takedown, but he's a world class at jiu-jitsu. He's really good at trips. He's really good at flips. Tosses. I mean, it's going to be tough because, like I said, Gaethje's never fought somebody who's going to keep on going after him. And one of the guys I was listening to, a former fighter, he was saying that like the way Gaethje's takedown defense is, it's very, he's going to get drained from it. And Khabib, it's going to be a tough fight, but it's going to be awesome because it's going to be a real style clash. And I really want to see Khabib strike because that was the one thing Conor McGregor was able to do really well, which Conor McGregor is probably the best, who put up the best fight against Khabib. And yeah, I mean, Conor didn't really go down very much, and he was able to put up a good fight against him. I think Gaethje could probably do a better job. It's going to be a close fight. But yeah. It's going to be super entertaining. And even you have Robert Whittaker on the undercard, the co-main event. So that's going to be a good fight. He should win that. But whoever is going to win this one will then fight the winner of possibly McGregor, Dustin Poirier in January, if that ends up happening.
Nice.
Still not confirmed yet.
Hopefully it goes through. Got to see this guy come back, man.
So make a guarantee. Make a Julian guarantee.
A Julian guarantee.
Where am I looking at? All right, what's the Vegas line on this?
How many
I might gamble on this. What is this? What's the Vegas round? Can somebody pull that up?
Oh, big money, huh?
AG. Some money.
If Khabib loses, you need to retire all your Jacksonville gear. How about that?
Vegas. For sure he's the underdog.
No.
Yeah,
he's looking up.
Khabib is a 340 favorite, and Gaethje is plus 2%. Not bad odds. Yeah, I'm calling. I think Gaethje's probably going to put up Khabib. His hardest fight ever is going to come down to the final round. They're both going to be gassed. I think Khabib. I think it's going to go to decision, and I think Khabib wins by unanimous decision due to takedowns and points and just overall beating. Because I think Gaethje, he's going to be able to defend him in the early rounds, but in those later rounds, I think he's going to get gassed. And
submission?
No. Maybe.
Decision.
Maybe, but I think it's going to go to decision. And I think Khabib's going to win it, even though I'm going for Justin. I want him to win it because
you heard it here, folks. Garrett.
Bro, I'm telling you, watch the highlights and look at against him versus Ferguson. His striking, there's not a single person in the UFC other than probably Israel Adesanya his hands are so goddamn fast. Like, it's insane, especially for somebody with no boxing background until recently. I mean, wrestled his whole life, and he still got his left hook is insane.